Hello, captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, and yes, I have been absent from World of Warships Legends for I think it's been around 6 weeks now. I haven't streamed, I haven't put any content online, and there's a very good reason for that. Um, as many of you know, I am a veteran, an armed forces veteran of over 16 years service. And with that, I left the service with a few health issues, one in particular in regards to my mental health. And I've been receiving a lot of support for that over the last couple of years. Um, and it has been a struggle at times, but I've persevered. I'm tenacious, not with the D at the end of it, but I do my best to be successful in life and do what I can to get through. If there's one thing um, that I always do, it's to battle through adversity and take the challenges that are put in front of me and try to do the best with what I have and come out with success. It doesn't always work out my way. Much can be said about the way in which games play in World of Warships Legends, and I think you'll all agree with that one. Sometimes it doesn't matter how much you do, you end up fighting a losing battle. And unfortunately, with mental health, um, the struggle is real, and those battles can be very difficult, and they can take a lot out of you. And sometimes you need to just put everything down and walk away for a little while and get the little bit of help that you might need to bring you back onto the straight and narrow. And that is partly where I've been for the last month and a half. I actually didn't touch the last campaign at all. Um, Things were so bad for me at the time. Um, as well, I've touched on the fact that I was diagnosed with a heart condition earlier this year, something which I've been taking medication for, which thankfully appears to have sorted the main problem out. But I am still going backwards and forwards from hospitals to have tests to try and identify the underlying cause with that. The good news is that the ticker is still ticking. So, yep, the heart is still pumping that cold black blood around my veins. And yeah, I'm being funny here. Of course, my blood isn't black. It's as red as any other person's. Um, but that in turn has brought its own worries because whereas you have two eyes, two ears, two nostrils, two hands, 2 feet, two arms, and two legs, you do only have one heart, and mine has been broken on a few occasions in the past. And there's always the case of having to stick a plaster across old wounds. Um, that is still being dealt with. It's not as much as a worry as it was in the past, but it is still of a concern to me. Um, but it's being managed, as I said before. So, between the old mental health and the physical health, we've also had some financial challenges placed in front of us over the last couple of months. Yeah, life is hard. It's hard for everybody. I know that. And the little bit of money that I make from YouTube, um, I make around £20 a month, half of which goes to the little man Charlie to spend on what he pleases, mostly Lego. Um, but yeah, it makes a difference, but it is a lot of effort in maintaining the channel and producing content for it, and certainly taking around a month and a half out of the process has affected all that as well. So if you do like the content and you want to support me or support the channel, or indeed give Charlie Boy a little bit of extra pocket money this month, you can become a member of the channel. You can make a donation through the links of the video, or you can make a direct donation through PayPal, and the link for that is in the channel description. And what I will say is that all contributions are very gratefully received. I don't care if it's a penny. I don't care if it's a pound. If Mr. Beast is watching and wants to do one of those crazy giveaways where he drops $5,000 on somebody on YouTube, then yes, please do. Very much appreciated. But yeah, everything is very much gratefully received. So thank you for those that do contribute to the channel. Thank you to those people that are members. And thank you to anybody who is new to the channel and is charitable enough to make a small donation. What I will say is, as much as I would like to get into live stream and everything again, those challenges that I've just described do stand in the way of me, but I hope to be playing the game a little bit more and a little bit more frequently, and hopefully getting out there and entertaining the masses. This is a game that I played yesterday. I jumped in with Chops and Tim. I needed to make 600,000 credits, and obviously tier 7 premium with a booster on is going to get me that. And we took the Flander out because it's a fun ship to play. Very much like the hull on this ship, having been sat in port for 6 weeks or more, I was a little bit rusty in my gameplay. But we do come out with a big bang result on it. But it could have been a much bigger game, but it takes time to get back into the swing of things. This was the fourth and last game of the evening, so we only played for an hour or so. But it was good to be in and playing and talking to people again. Our destroyer. Yeah, what can I say about that? I've got to get back into playing my destroyers again because it's where I enjoy the game most. But for this one, the Flander with a fast reload and the big secondaries was a fun one to play, and that Flander is going to go down for my third kill of the game. I've also got one assist. I do like that new assist, and I think I've already achieved the medal for assists shortly after it was released. I think it's 5 kill assists get you a helping hand medal. I think I've had it at least once. I did play a game in the Kamikaze the day before, which ended up with 3 kills and I think 1 or 2 kill assists as well. The Clemson on the team took a cracking, so between us, our 2 destroyers took 8 kills. I thought the Kamikaze might be a fun way to play my first game back after so long away. And yes, it was enjoyable. So just to recap, the old brain box has had a little bit of a wobble, and what made it particularly bad is that I took some advice from a GP about trying some medication to better control things with regards to my mental health. It is a form of PTSD, which triggers depression and anxiety, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And what I will say is that if you are a man, do not be afraid ever to reach out for help in regards to your mental health. It is not something to be ashamed of. There are organizations out there that are there to help you. So no matter how desperate your situation may seem, pick up the phone and make a call. For those in the UK, you want to be looking for NHS mental health services online, in particular If you are at a point of crisis, there are crisis hotlines available and things like the Samaritan. And for those of you that are UK military veterans, and this is of any branch of service, the NHS does have an organisation set up now to specifically deal with veterans, and that is called Operation Courage. And if you go onto Google and you just search for NHS Op Courage, it will bring you back all the contact details for that organization. They are absolutely awesome. They have been a great help to me over the last year or two. They provide a wide range of services involving counseling, one to one sessions. They can do extended counseling. They can do home visits through some of the charities that they are associated with. And one that I will mention is Walking with the Wounded, who are a brilliant charity and are currently working with me to help me deal with some of the issues that I have at the moment. One thing that I will think about doing is looking at either doing a live stream, a challenge, or an event to perhaps raise a little bit of money for Walking with the Wounded, and that way I can pay back a little bit for the support that they have given me. I'm playing very much cat and mouse with these two destroyers, and knowing full well that there is an Alabama out there, you will notice that this game is quite close with regards to points. Currently, there's 100 points difference between the two. But Red Team are going to continue to play this caps. And while I have this big secondary build on the Flander, I'm low hit points, probably around 20% of my hit points there. All I want is the destroyer to spot their destroyers. I want to try and stay away from that Alabama because he can delete me, which is why I'm using this island. Um, I'm certain that there's going to be torpedoes coming from those two destroyers. Um, and I don't want to get ambushed by one of them coming complete YOLO around the side of that island. But this black is a black B. I did pick up a couple of the cheap Black Friday crates that I was able to get using some of my game resources. I didn't go all the way to getting the Pommon B. I have no interest in that because I've already got the Pommon. But I did use some of my resources to pick up a Super 7 crate and a couple of the Black Friday crates. I got the Wichita B from the Super 7 crate, or was it the Wichita? I can't remember. One of the two. But I also got the Black B from the Black Friday crates that I was able to pick up. So 2 new ships added to the fleet, which are basically different versions of ships that I already own. And so I'll probably play them just to mix things up a bit, even though the stats are there. The Black Bee does actually look quite cool in the Black Friday camo, especially with the dark tinted 666 down the side of it. And I did play that on live stream once where my beloved mother was watching, and she told me she didn't like me playing the black because of the number down the side, but it is historically accurate. So that's my reason to play it. It has the number of the beast down the side of it, for those of you that haven't seen that ship before. It is a fun little destroyer to play. But with the clock ticking down, the difference is only around 50 points, and Red Team are going to be picking up 6 points every 5 seconds. The black is currently contesting B cap. I'm trying to push in just to try and get away from this Alabama, light a couple of fires on him. I left high explosive loaded because of the destroyers that were still out there. Black's in a smoke screen. I think he could be inviting torpedoes his way, but I'm hoping that the Lou Torrego has run in the opposite direction, hoping to take a win on points. 729, 732, plays 739, 7 points in it, 4 points in it, 3 points in it. I think that was at the end. So a very close game to win. By no means a huge game for me, but as I said, I was as rusty as the hull of that ship in playing the game. But we managed to prick up Kraken number 207 with Top Spot. And I would also like to say at the end of this video, a big congratulations to Dr. Devstrike, who also hit the 200 Kraken milestone, and he posted that on Facebook the other day. So congratulations, Benjamin, on picking up your 200th. I hope to be adding a few more to my collection in the coming weeks as well. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I've shared a little bit about my life, and I've shared a little bit of help for you guys out there that may need it. So please pass the message around. Support the guys around you. Take care of each other. Look after yourselves. And until next time, take care and goodbye.